Well, I'm back on site, and I think this is video number 20, at least for this playlist, this series of extreme budget home build. And so I don't know if that's a landmark or not. But today I'm going to try to finish framing. I've got, as you can see over here, about half, a little more than half of that front wall. I am by myself today, so we'll see what happens. But I'm going to start off and just cut some 92 and 5/8 studs. I think I need like 11 of them, and it takes a while when you're using just random lumber. If you go to the lumber yard and you buy studs for a wall and you're building an 8-foot wall, it's smart to just buy the ones that are pre-cut, I guess. But I don't have that luxury, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time and cut 11 or so of those, and then start laying this out. And I'm not sure how I'm going to raise it. I might do the corner and the window with the header and the side and see if I can do that. I got some ratchet straps, and my truck is fairly close to this, so I can get creative. I've done all kinds of stuff by myself, so we'll just see how it goes. This is not, again, this has kind of become my line, but this is inspirational and not educational. So whatever I'm doing, you may not want to emulate that, but I usually find a way to make it work. Well, I got some studs cut. Now I'm going to set you up and just lay out the top and the bottom plate, and figure out where my window goes and all that business. So rather than muddle through and explain it all, I'm just going to set up time lapse to show you. In essence, I've got a unique situation because, what am I trying to say here? The windows I have are really large, which is great. I love huge windows, floor to ceiling, that are like these are. And so I don't have much below, which might look a little weird compared to some things you've seen, but it's kind of the same thing. I'm not super happy with this first one I did. I think I got the header a little cattywampus, so you might see me here a little bit. Cut out those top blocks and do something different. I might wait till later till it's all put together and solid, so when I get to shaking it won't do too much damage. But if you're seeing that and it's bugging you, it's bugging me too. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'll set you up and we'll lay out this wall. As I was doing this, it dawned on me I could just set my top and bottom plates next to the other wall because they mirror each other, and that would be easier to kind of figure out the header and all that business. And so on this one, I did 4 foot, and I wasn't really happy where that landed. I'll probably put another block under it right to the left of that one. You see, obviously with the top plate, the double top plate, it'll do whatever. But instead of 4 foot, I went over another 2 studs to that one with my sole plate, or my top plate rather. It's laying on the ground, so I'm saying sole plate. But so I'm going to lay these out off of the other side and hope I got it right, because it'll be wrong twice if not. But I think this will be a little bit more efficient than trying to just set it up over there and then go. Then I'll flip it 180 degrees, and frame up a section of it. So I'll put you on time lapse. You'll see me do that. I'm probably not going to show you doing this because I don't move the camera because I'm lazy. I realized a very important thing, or that I had forgotten to bring a very important tool. And that tool is any sort of ladder. So I'm going to leave that like that, I guess, until tomorrow, which pains me because it looks terrible. But in essence, I'm going to be scabbing in a little piece to join that, and I'd never do this like this if I had 3 people. If we had 3 people, well, I don't know. If we had 4, I'd probably build this whole wall, from that end to that end and just raise it. But I don't. I've got just me today, and so I'm making do. But it's going pretty good so far. I just kind of leveled everything out, kind of roughly. Once I get all the walls in, we'll push them around and make sure they're all plumb and level. I think what I'm going to do, I've got some time left, is move. So the front wall is pretty much framed. I mean, I've got stuff to do. I'm going to move to this back corner and frame in probably all 2x6 wall, because it'll be a wet wall with plumbing in it. But from that corner to that right there or something like that, frame it in for the bathroom, and there's a little walk-in closet right here in this corner. And so I think I'm going to start and get that going with 2x6s. Well, I got the wall raised. That's a good feeling. This is kind of heavy when 2x6s are no joke. I left some of it out. There's going, you see where the header is right here. Yeah, that's above the toilet. There'll be a window. I'm not sure. I want to be able to center it, and I'm still kind of waiting to figure out some things. So I'm just going to leave that open and that open for now, and then I'll block it in when I do my plumbing rough in. And hopefully that'll make it a little easier on me. But I think I'm going to carry on, see what I can get done. I might get this back wall raised too. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to do just kind of the same thing. I'll set it up on time lapse and see how much I get done. Well, I am out of gas, not the kind that you use for the generator, but the kind that allows me to swing a hammer. And so I'm going to call it a day for today. I'm super stoked with the progress I made. I did not expect to get this far. I'm hoping maybe by the end of this week, we'll have all the walls framed, and then I can start sheeting some of it in OSB and then do the roofing structure, the rafters and all that. I still don't have my main beam cut yet, and so I'm waiting on that, but I can do a lot kind of around that. Well, I'm back on site. I had a great day yesterday. It was so hot. Today is supposed to be even worse. So I'm thinking, and don't hold me to this, but I might work out here less than normal this morning and then come back this evening. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to start off. I've remembered to bring the ladder, and I'm going to finish out this stuff right here. So I'm going to do that. My goal today is to raise the rest of this back wall and maybe part of another one. We'll see. I don't know. When I said earlier, hey, I'm going to get this done this week, I forgot that it was 4th of July, and it's also one of my son's birthdays. And so that may not happen, but, it's just kind of what you do. So I'm going to set you up on time lapse. Just let me fix that. And then I'm going to move on to doing this back wall. I'm in the walk-in closet right now, kind of. So this is the corner of the house closet, and there's a bathroom next to me. Give you kind of your bearing. There's my truck. So that's the front of the place. Well, this is where I got to. I got all the exterior walls framed up for the most part. I'm missing a few little blocks here and there, but that's not going to take me too long. I think I might come back tonight. I am pretty hot and tired, and I could stand to bring a few things with me. So if you see me later tonight, that's what happened. If you don't, then I'll be picking up in the morning. What is up, YouTube? Hey, it is July 4th, and I've decided before I leave town and celebrate independence and freedom, I'm going to do some work here. And I honestly can't work too long out here usually in the last month because it's just been brutal. I mean, it was 97 degrees yesterday. I wasn't out here yesterday, but it was so hot. And so today I'm hoping that I'm going to get, fingers crossed, this center wall right behind me that kind of divides this main area from bedroom number 1. So there'll be a bedroom there, bathroom, and then a walk-in closet. And then the kitchen will be sort of L-shaped right here off the main wall. That's the entrance. It's the back of the house. And then behind the camera here, there's 2 doors. The one to my right goes to bedroom number 2. And then the one to my left goes to the laundry room. And behind the laundry room is another little walk-in closet. So these 2 sides look a lot alike, about the same size. In the last couple of days, I've kind of had some thoughts. And so I'm going to flip the camera around and show you what has changed, because it's kind of it's not a big shift, but I'm going to have to do some more work per usual. And so let me just show you what I'm talking about. I've got to get a new phone sooner than later. I have to use the telephoto lens because the other one is like uncontrollably shaky. It's really weird. But anyway, I was just standing right about there where the center of the screen is, looking this direction. You know, this is the side we haven't done yet because I'm leaving room so I can run the dozer, or not the dozer, but so I can do my septic and all that, trench it. Anyway, this is where I was going to put the back door, and I just framed up. That's big enough to do the biggest double door I could think of, because you don't want to leave space in case I got a smaller one. You just add studs, and I didn't even add any cripples up above that header. Honestly, just because I forgot. But I'm thinking about maybe just bumping that out 4 feet, 5 feet, whatever, and pouring 2 more little piers and doing sort of a breakfast nook, because that's been the thing. Like I kept making this thing bigger as I was designing it, and just got out of hand, and so I shrink it back down. And 16 foot wide is like minimum really to have any sort of room for stuff. And so it's going to be pretty tight anyway, but I'm thinking I might make this a little bump out breakfast nook. And like I said, I'm going to have to pour, 2 little corner piers or whatever, which isn't that big a deal. I'm going to come back and do one anyway. Let me step back so you can see. I'm going to pour one right under where my main center beam is. It's going to hold the vaulted ceiling, the cathedral, the bridge beam. What am I trying to say? I'm still waking up. And so that might be, I'll just do that at the same time I do these. But I'm going to do that. And then you'd say, well, where does the back door go? Well, I think in the laundry room. Let me step back. This is hard. Maybe right now I'll show the plans and then show you what I'm changing. Hopefully I'll remember to edit that in. But instead of having a back door here, you go through the laundry room, turn left, and there's a back door there. And a single door, which would be cheaper, easier to find, all the things. I'll do one with a window, with a glass, so it'll be window. And originally I was going to put a little bump out in the laundry room just to give it a little space. But I think since I'm doing this, I'll just probably straighten that out. And so it ends up being, in essence, kind of the same amount of work, and cost is pretty low too, since, this is what it is. But anyway, I don't know when I'm going to do that. You'll see it later. We'll figure it out. Okay, so now I'm going to set up and cut all the studs that I think I'll need. I'm kind of just going to go around, count them. And I probably should have done this to start with, but it's more fun to do a little bit and then go, but it's more efficient just to 92 and 5/8, 92 and 5/8, 92 and 5/8. Just do all the studs that you need for a chunk of the work, and then it's more fun to throw things down there and lay it out real quick and nail it together. But kind of the drudgery lies in processing some things that you could just go and buy that size. But per usual, it's just I've got more time than money, so this is what I'm doing. So I'm gonna set you up. We'll time lapse it, and I might stop to talk about a few things, but I think that's it. Well, I've got everything framed up in terms of the interior walls. They're all just kind of tacked in place for now. Everything is, because I want to get this whole assembly square and plumb. And so this is what I've got going on. You can see in the middle of my screen, got a ratchet strap, another ratchet strap hooked up to there, and I've clamped my level, and I'm looking at the bubble, which you can't see from here, but that's how I'm getting it square and plumb. And so I will do this corner. I'll do the back wall, then I'll go do the front wall, and then I'll do side to side and kind of measure corner to corner, make sure I'm reasonably in square before I start top plating and really nailing in those middle walls, because that's what keeps it in place, And I'll put some diagonal. See that diagonal? It's just tacked in right in the middle, but that'll hold it where it needs to be until everything's kind of solid. So that's my process. Kind of hard to do this by yourself, but that's my plan, to do it like that. Well, that's all for this video. I got all the interior walls up that I was planning on doing. We still got this whole section of the house. It's not framed up, but in essence, it's 3 outside walls and then the T to frame in the, the closet and the laundry room. I'm also going to change up this back part here and put in a little breakfast nook dining area, and then move the back door. It just, once you get in here, I thought, man, I need a little bit more space right there. And it'd be nice to have a dedicated area for a table and chairs, even if it's a small table, 4 chairs, little round table or whatever. But I've still got so many lingering little things. And so I might actually just come out here. Today's the 4th. And so I might come out here on Saturday. I'll be off Friday too, but, and just do some piddly little stuff that I really don't want to video. I need to tie in the top plates with, you put another top plate on and double them up. I've leveled everything out, plumbed it, squared it, all that. It's looking real good. It's feeling pretty rigid. I'm going to scratch my head a little bit more about this little add-on for the dining nook, for the breakfast nook. But I'm not really sure what my next video will be. I'm just glad to be here. Video number 20. I've got a lot of walls up. It feels like a house, and it's really cool just to walk through and kind of, you can visualize things. I'm standing in the bathroom right now, and I'm like, man, this is a pretty good sized bathroom considering this is a small house. But I'm excited about the progress. I would be really good once we get this thing to the point where we can start putting all the roofing on. I'm still waiting on a beam. You can see how I've got a 4x4. I think that's what that is right there. Yeah. A 4x4 over here. And I just doubled up a 2x4 on the other side, but I'm going to end up putting another 4x4 below it and transferring the load. I'm going to use a big oak beam. It'll probably be 12x4, 12x6, something like that. And then I'll have a friend mill up at a sawmill. I can't cut stuff quite that big, so all the other little beams I'm going to do myself probably. But hey, thanks so much for watching. Please smash that like button. and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thank you.